Hello to all of my Star Spas. Star Spas, we're going to do a general reading, okay? This isn't going to be a long reading. I don't know. I always say that, and then it turns into a long reading. Okay, but go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, welcome to the channel. We talk about a number of things on this channel, okay? So whatever is meant to come out is going to come out, all right? All right, so I'm going to start with the angel answer cards. And I know that may seem a little off, like the answer card, but this is going to lead the reading because some of you all are trying to get answers to something. And we're going to start off with what this is. And again, these are general, so take what applies to you, leave the rest. If it doesn't apply to you, it may apply to someone else. Just leave that, okay? And they are timeless, so whenever you see this reading is when it's meant for you to see it. All right. Ask your angels. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Some of you all have a question for something. It's some sort of question. You just want to answer. You want clarity. Okay. Let's see. Ask your angels. So around this time, you need to meditate. Some of you all need to you need to quiet your mind. You're not getting the answers that you're looking for because your mind is so busy, okay? This is a time when you need to quiet your mind. Maybe you're saying, I've been asking my angels, but I'm just not getting the answers. Actually, you are getting the answers. You're just, it's unfortunately, it's like, it's so much going on. It could be so much going on in your life that you're not hearing the answers because your mind is so busy. Some of you all journaling will help a lot. It will help get it out of your mind and onto paper, and it would make more sense to you. And because you're clearing out that energy, that mental fog, that energy, or what's all crammed up in your brain, your mind, then it's going to allow new, healthy, clear messages to come through, okay? All right. Balance. Okay, a Libra could be significant, but this is a time when blending ideas with others is going to help you create some sort of outcome, okay? So again, something about you asking your angels and really some sort of ideas that maybe I just gave you an idea of the meditation thing, okay? I feel like the more you bounce ideas off of or just try new things that will help you clear your mind, the more and clear out your energy, the more the answers will come, okay? You're going to get to some sort of extraordinary place in your life. This is like having some level of success due to compromise. If I release this energy, if I release these thoughts, if I release these ideas and put them on pen and put it to pen and paper, use a pen to write it on paper, then that will open up my mind to get what I need, the other things that I'm looking for, okay? This balance is a card of self-control. You being patient with the process too. Okay, yeah, you want the answer to some sort of conflicts that you've been dealing with. Libra, Leo energy here. So some of you all could have significant Libra placement, or you have a Libra sun sign or a Leo sun sign. This could have a lot to do with opposing opinions, okay? You know, people they have their opinion, you have your opinion, and you all are just not on the same page. And you just want some balance. And things have become so loud, you know. I do feel like for some of you, something else just came in. Okay. Some of you all really need to watch who you're asking to pray for you. That just came in. Some of you all really need to watch who you're asking to pray for you. It's like you've been asking for someone could have been deeply religious. I feel like you asked someone to pray for you. This is almost like you asked somebody who has some sort of hidden agenda or hidden issue with you to pray for you. And I feel like once you asked them to do that, you started to notice conflict in different areas of your life. This could have been conflict in your marriage or your relationship. This could have been conflict with your family, possibly even your children. This could have been conflict on your job. This could have been conflict with a in your business or something like that if you are a business owner. This could have been conflict in your neighborhood, maybe possibly even with your neighbors. I feel like there was something went haywire after you asked someone to pray for you, and you're trying to find some sort of understanding of why this happened. Someone who was deeply religious had an issue with you. Let me see what else is coming out. The Chariot card. So you've been trying to stay focused, and this is what you're being encouraged to do, to continue to push through these hard times because rewards are coming. It may not feel like that right now because there's a lot of conflict or something that's around you. You're trying to figure out, should you walk away from this drama because something seems like a useless situation? And you're trying to ask yourself, is it really worth your time? But then you also want to stand up for yourself, because somebody is challenging you in some way. And I feel like this is a time when you really need to get through this. This is like getting through whatever you're going through. Keep pushing through. Stay focused on whatever your goal is, because you're very close to some level of success or breakthrough in your life. I feel like whoever this was that you asked to pray for you, the Chariot card and the Queen of Pentacles here. Some of you all have significant Cancer placement, or you could be a Cancer, or you could be a Virgo. Or you have significant Virgo placement. Okay, so, or that could be your, one of these signs that I just mentioned could be your opposite sign, okay? But I do feel like the more you push through and stay focused with determination and willpower, you're going to get some sort of recognition. And this is also going to bring you into some level of stability, okay? Some level of prosperity where your luck is about to change. So I feel like this distraction or whatever you're going through, some sort of conflicting situation in numerous areas of your life, slowly but surely deal with everything one thing at a time. I feel like the more you resolve these issues one at a time, just be patient with the process. Be patient with yourself. Have the conversations that you need to have. Some things are you're going to see, some things are going to be resolved and there's going to be some sort of understanding, and then other things, it's just you all agree that you disagree, okay? But I do feel like this has been someone that you asked to pray for you. This could have been 5 years ago, where you asked someone who was deeply religious to pray for you, but they were not praying for the best. This could have been 5 months ago or 5 years ago. Let me see what else is coming out. The number 5 again. Yeah. This was also, there's a situation where you were so busy, you shared with someone what you were going through. And hopefully this will bring clarity to you about who this is. You openly shared with someone what you were going through, your trials and tribulations. There are 3 glasses here that are knocked over. And there's a rushing of water here that this individual is looking at. But if you see, there's 2 chalices right back here that they're getting. So someone knew an opportunity was being presented to you, and it would have brought balance in your life. Look, there's 2 chalices here. And there's a rainbow here. Something would have brought some sort of balance in your life and made you happy. But there was someone who you shared. You thought they meant you the best. You figured if you told them what your trials and tribulations were and what your challenges were, that they would really be praying for you to get through something, But I really feel like this was an emotional choice that you made, an emotional decision that you made to share something with someone, hoping that their prayer will bring about good change. But they used what you told them as a distraction so you wouldn't notice these other 2 cups here. Okay, there was something hidden. There's a crescent moon there too. There's a crescent moon. There was something that was hidden that you didn't know about. Or opportunity that you missed or something. Let me see what else is coming out. The 3 of Pentacles here. So the Five of Wands is clarifying the Three of Pentacles. This Five of Cups is Scorpio energy. This Three of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. So I do feel like your public reputation, this was someone who tried to challenge you because they were trying to damage your public reputation. So this is, for instance, I'll use this as an example because the Three of Pentacles can be like a person who is, they're mastering some sort of craft. Maybe you're a creative person, right? Maybe you have your own business where you sell products. This could have been a customer who was gossiping, knowing that word of mouth would affect your business. Okay. So this could have been a disgruntled customer, someone who came in, frequented your store. Maybe you have a brick and mortar. They frequented your store a lot. Okay. But their personal feelings for you was not positive. No matter how many times they came in the store to purchase products, they came to you with a smile like everything was fine. But deep down inside, they had a issue with you. And I feel like every time, and I'm using this as an example, but I feel every time they came into your store to purchase something, they seemed to come back with a complaint. But they kept purchasing this. And then they spent it, well, I'm just going to pray for you. I'm going to pray. They could have been trying to pray. Oh, I'm going to pray over your store. I'm going to pray over your whatever. And the next thing you know, all hell is breaking loose. You started having issues in your relationship. You started having issues with your kids or your parents or your siblings. Money started being kind of funny with the business. Okay. You started having issues maybe with the other business owners in your community, or possibly in the neighborhood where you lived in. I just feel like you really thought that someone was for you, and you're finding out that they weren't. Now, you could have been asking God, like, what is this? What is happening in this moment? What is it that I'm not seeing? How is all of this stuff happening at the same time? When it rains, it pours. But I do feel like the fact that you continuously get up every day and get through things. I feel like 3 of these things out of these 5 issues, again, I said this could be your business, this could be your career, this could be your conflict with your family, conflict with in your neighborhood or something like that. This could have been something that affected your money or your public reputation or something. But I feel like 3 out of those 5 things will be resolved. So you're already at some sort of advantage. Okay. Now the other 2 things may take a little bit more work, but I feel like you're pushing through with that chariot card there. Then you have the ego. This represents the devil energy, Capricorn again. So you're breaking the chains of feeling trapped in a situation, because I feel like this is a time you're going through sort of like a dark night of the soul. And this transformation is going to change your mind about how you can handle things, how you address certain things. When everything seems to be going wrong, you still get up and you still push through. You still get up and go to work. You still try to have some sort of connection with the people in your life. You still try to resolve certain issues with your neighbors. You still try to resolve issues with your customers if you own your own business, or with your coworkers if you're at work, or with your supervisor or something, okay, your employees. You still try to resolve issues, but you may have to deal with things one by one. And as you see these issues, one issue being resolved, that kind of lightens your load a little bit, okay? Then it gives you the space and the energy to be able to resolve another issue, and then that lightens your load a little bit more. You're going to gradually start to see things change for the better, and you're not going to feel so stuck. Okay, because I really feel like, because the ego card could be telling yourself something that's not true. This could be intrusive thoughts of, that you can't move forward, or things are stuck, or, you're going to keep going through these bad situations, or everyone is against you. I feel like that was a mind fuck game. It was just something where you were telling yourself something that's not true. And you're definitely going to see some change with this Chariot card crowning this ego card here. You have Archangel Michael fighting your battles for you on the spiritual side, trying to help you break free from a negative way of thinking and showing you that you have all the power to continuously move forward. Something about your hard work will be rewarded. The fact that you're getting through something, and the reward could definitely be, regardless of who's spreading rumors about you, those rumors aren't really going anywhere. They've already run their course, and people are like, okay, all right, we heard you the first time. We heard you the second time. We heard you the third time. We get it. You don't like that person. You claim you prayed for them, but since you prayed for them, all hell has broken loose in their life. Do you really like them? So yeah. So I feel like this is a time when you're going to start to break free from whatever you felt like kept you trapped, or in a prison in your own mind, or, it felt very heavy. Okay, it almost felt like torture that you were going through. I feel like the more you start to deal with and address numerous issues one by one, though, gradually you're going to see things change. Okay, and then you have the moon here, beautiful energy with this Queen of Pentacles. And I'm going to tell you what I see with that moon energy there. Moving forward, you've learned a valuable lesson. Nobody can pray for you better than you. You don't need somebody going to your angels asking you for what you need. You can go to your angels. That's why I'm saying ask your angels. Your angels are right there listening to you and what you want and what you need. Your angels know your heart. They're fighting for you. In the spiritual realm, all you have to do is ask for clarity, and they will give it to you. And I really feel like this is a time when, as you clear your mind, the answers are going to come. But this time around, you're not asking someone to pray for you. You're praying for yourself. You're not looking for the answers outside of yourself. You're looking for the answers for you, because I feel like something that you're getting through, you see no one can fix your problems but you. You have everything that you need. And so I feel like moving forward, you're going to trust your intuition more when it comes to, because I feel like whatever you're going through, you're recovering in a big way. You're recovering from this. If you were going through issues in your marriage or in your relationship, you're going to recover from this. You all are going to be back on some good terms, better communication. If you were going through something with your business, I feel like your business is going to pick up. If you were going through something with your neighbors, I feel like that issue is going to be resolved. Whether it was neighbors with your business or neighbors where you lived. If you were going through some problems with your family, maybe you all agree that you disagree and you've gone to your separate places in life, but you continuously move forward. Or some situations you may be resolving. But I feel like moving forward, you're going to start keeping things to yourself when it comes to your problems, because somebody who you shared your problems with was painting the picture that they were really praying for you to get through those problems, but they were praying for your problems to increase. And then sitting back watching to see if you would work your way through this. And I feel like this is exactly what you did or you're doing. At the bottom of the deck, wow, the King of Pentacles, creating a lot of stability. The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles is here. And what's at the bottom of this deck? Be assertive. Absolutely. Be assertive of whatever it is that you're going through. This is why I said with this Cancer energy here, you're moving forward. The moon is Cancer and Pisces energy. The King of Pentacles is Taurus energy. So you could be any of these zodiac signs. And I'll say the zodiac signs again, just in case, you have that as your sun, your moon, or your rising, okay? You have the Taurus energy here. You have Scorpio, Libra, Leo, Capricorn, Cancer, Capricorn, Virgo, Pisces, Cancer, okay? So any of those signs could be significant in your life. But this is a time for you to be assertive. When you're praying, pray for yourself. You don't need to ask people to pray for you. Pray for yourself, because somebody who you asked to pray for you was not, their prayers they were praying to who knows, but it wasn't to the God you pray to. Okay, they wasn't praying to uplift you. They was praying for your downfall. And I feel like you started noticing a lot of things happening in your life. It may have been happening for 5 straight months or possibly even 5 straight years. But I feel like you're getting out of this because you know to push through. You're pushing through. You're not giving up on you. And this is changing your perspective of being stuck. As you gradually start to see things change, it's opening up your mind that you're not as stuck or in a bad situation like you thought you were, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel here. But this is due to you being assertive. And there's balance with this King and Queen of Pentacles. I feel like your marriage or your relationships will improve by leaps and bounds. You're going to be back on the same page again. But I feel like this time you're going to keep this to yourself. If you're doing bad in a situation or you all are going through some situations, you're going to start keeping this to yourself until you all work through it. And if you're having an amazing time, you're keeping that to yourself. Okay, it's something that you're very protective of when it comes to certain people. You're trusting your intuition. I don't feel like you're cutting everybody out of your, what's happening in your relationship, but you and your person are back on the same page. Whether this is you and your supervisor, you and your employees, you and your business, because it could be an entity, you and your children, you and your money, because the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles can represent your wealth. You and your time, your health, something is back. It's getting back to where it's supposed to be, where there's a lot of growth. But again, with the Moon card, you're very selective now about who you share your troubles with. Because while you had an opportunity for something to get better quicker, they were keeping you distracted on your problems, so you would miss an opportunity for something to get better, okay? But I do see you being told to be assertive. Ask your angels, and you're going to see something improve. Very compassionate energy here. Some of you all are meeting someone who is a perfect match for you. You may be a Virgo and you're meeting a Taurus, or you're meeting, you could have significant Taurus placement and you're meeting somebody with significant Virgo placement or something. But I do feel like this could just be the energy of you building the perfect business for you, where there's a lot of prosperity and growth, or you're getting the perfect position for you, like meaning with your employment. But something is definitely a good match. And I feel like you're learning to keep things to yourself until it works out in a big way. You're letting people find out about your blessings through actions instead of words, and something, it's like that. Okay, so I do see your reputation for going after what you want in this Chariot card definitely improving. Okay, you're not some sort of wimp who give up when things get tough. It's like you get tougher. Okay, and someone found that out about you. They thought, praying for your downfall, they could have been happy to see you going through all of this stuff. They were ambitious about seeing you go through a lot of trials and tribulations. But the thing is this, what they weren't banking on is how strong you really are and how determined you are. And I feel like your determination and willpower, you may have stumbled a little bit, but you did not fall. And if you failed, you got back up. Okay, and this is what people are paying attention to. I told you, I heard people like, okay, we know you don't like them. We know you complain about them. You've been saying it for how many years now? It's like people are tired of hearing it. They know this person did not mean you well. Okay, so the fact that they are saying that they prayed for you or they wished you well, it really shows that they were lying. And the fact that you're getting up or you're moving forward through this shows how assertive and how determined you are, and how your willpower to be free of any sort of like these addictions or unhealthy habits that you were facing is stronger than anything. Okay, your faith is stronger than anything. So I feel like any sort of demonic energies they were sending your way, that crap, it was temporary. It lasted for a short amount of time, but it sure enough wasn't long term. Okay, so it may felt like it was long term because if you go through something for 5 years, that could feel like a lot of time has passed. Okay, or even 5 months, depending on the intensity of what you had to experience. But I see you getting through this, and the lesson is you're keeping this wealth of knowledge, experience, time, and wealth, financial freedom. You are very selective now about who you share this with. Okay, your trials and tribulations or your blessings, you're selective about who you share that with. All right, so I see, you're not asking anyone, just anybody, to pray for you anymore. You're using your intuition even when it comes to that. But I see you going directly to your angels, asking them for something. Okay, that's the end of your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, Star Spas. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel because you're missing out. And go over to my SL123 Tarot channel and check that out as well if you have significant Pisces placement, or if you just enjoy the Pisces readings. Okay. All right. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Thank you for loving me, and I will talk with you amazing Star Spas another time.